enjoying the nighttime air. I hope you all are. So, been a while trying to get my shit back right, like I've been saying. But it's a struggle, but we're getting there. Just trying to be positive about it. You know what I'm saying? Uh, it's funny. The one thing that I've noticed whenever I go somewhere, people say the word drama as face value. You know what I'm saying? So it's whatever. But apparent, and it's not so much me causing drama as much as it's, I guess, the energy that I surround myself in, or I don't know. But it has something to do with me. I know what I'm trying to say, but I don't know how to say it. But so I got this job, and I've had it for a little bit, and been going. It's like a 40 to 45-minute drive, depending on traffic or whatever. And this is my first experience driving so far to go to work. And I enjoy the ride there. It actually gives me an excuse to use this radio. I It gives me time to think about certain things, and if done right, well, I can't say too much. Excuse me, because that's how you give your energy away. But be around in the area more often, so to speak, I guess is the way to put it. I will come out and say, it ain't that anybody's fighting or whatever, but it didn't take long for me to realize that shit was going downhill over there too. And loyalties are tested. And maybe certain shit is meant to happen because it's supposed to happen. Like, for example, with Chuckles, you know, he said they're talking about wanting to move away. And be something. And like even after I came back around, he's just trying to, I don't know. I told him, I said, dude, if you're going to do it, then you need to do it. You need to go. Me and Savage can handle this shit, and the goal would be that, like as always, I work up, life goes on. Life goes on. And I also got the chance to send a friend request to the third old friend that I mentioned in the being grateful video, but as usual, he just sits on it and don't do anything, and he probably ain't ever gonna have nothing to do to talk to me ever again. So I'm just at that point where it's like, I tried, I've been trying to reach out to certain people and make things work again, and set certain things right. It sounded pretty close. But yeah, man, trying to reconnect, and with Chuckles. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, originally where I come from, like when I was born, it was in a. I want to say mom lived in a trailer somewhere out in the country. And I was an EB baby. Possibly Madison or Hanover. But I was born in the 812. And I was, a great big part of my life was in the 812 of the Southern Midwest. And I met Chuckles. I think I was living at the time. I think I was living on State Street. I think it's State Street. I don't know, because because there's an Arnie's Pizza there, and I would get up, walk across the street past this one crossing guard in particular. He was funny. I never forgot about him. And I mean, I don't remember his name, but he was. And but the thing of it was right behind Lillian Elementary was the projects known as White Court. And I was there a little bit. I don't know, I don't remember what age or whatever, but I remember being there. And in the 90s, you know. Anyway, um, there was a point where I wasn't in White Court no more, and I was on State Street, and he was in White Court. And but we went to Lillian Elementary, and it was me, him, and this other dude. He ain't even worth mentioning, but because he grew up to be a whole ass bitch, but you know. And I would go over and we'd play games. I believe he had a GameCube at the time. He had Conker's Bad Fur Day. He had the animated Batman. And I believe we had Grand Theft Auto 3 as well. Yeah, it was. Yeah, because I was in White Court in the 90s. He didn't appear until later. But yeah, our principal's name was Miss Bell. And Miss Bell was something else. And I remember Miss Connie. I don't remember. Me and him didn't argue or fight then. It was just as simple as I we moved to Seachwood, and I was in third grade when I moved to Seachwood. And I think Seachwood is third grade was when I started really getting hit with the reality of how life was around me, and that I was no longer that little kid, because I mean, I was still a little kid, but you know what I'm saying? I would say that I was like maybe my oldest daughter's age. Maybe a year or two older, I don't remember. But, yeah. Because I wasn't really sure what happened to Chuckles when I moved. And when I moved to Seachwood, I started going to Fairmont Elementary. And at Fairmont Elementary, it was always, dress code, and I fucking hated that shit. And I really did too. I hated the dress code thing. I really did. Seachwood is pretty much where I got to meet the friends and somewhat family members of Savage before meeting Savage himself, I guess is the way to say it. That something like that. And sorry, I was just trying to fix the windows. Tony Hawk's Underground and Splinter Cell, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and all that came around through them years. You know what I'm saying, man? Uh, um, and then it was Hazelwood Middle School. And that's where I got reunited with Charles. And not only did I get reunited with him, but he had also introduced me to another dude who I had also previously met, which is the great Wild One, who, again, I tried to send him a friend request. He didn't. And yeah, man, I've just been doing a lot of thinking about everything up until this point. You know, and I can think far, far back a little bit. I've been getting better at it here and there. And I think a lot of the reason that I think back on it, trying to think of all this shit, is trying to determine at what point that I became such a fucking monster. That's a discussion for another time. Yeah, middle school was when I was on gang shit. Gang. Um, well, that's how it started. And oh man, we were down. Yeah, I got reunited with JoJo at one point. I have no clue what's ever happened to him. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I understand what Chuckles means when he wants something different. Too many memories. He kind of had me thinking about my whole life up until this point. And he did. He had me thinking about it. I love the sound of the rain at night. You should be thankful for the people that you do have, because you could be alone. Be thankful for the people in your life. Because I can say, through my experience, as an example, that certain people will never come back. You should do right by the people that stick by you. But I should also stress too that another thing that I've been going through experimenting with here and there too is that you got to do for yourself. You can't help anybody unless you can help yourself. Which brings me back to looking into the past, to something that I know was there, which is the complete opposite of being a monster. And that was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. All I ever wanted to be was the hero. I wanted to save the world. I wanted to make somebody's day. Certain things that I have already owned up to, but I'm not willing to share on here. But I am failing to see because before too I said that I was a heroic boy who grew up to be a villain. But I cannot pinpoint at what point I did. It's the kind of shit that make you question if it was always in there. See, but the thing of it is it's like I remember that feeling when I was really, really little. Like 3 years old. Where like I knew that I wanted to be larger than life. I guess that's what I'm kind of starting this journey on now, right? But yeah. Be thankful for the people that you have. Be thankful for the family that you have. Be thankful for the car that you have. Be thankful for the home that you have. Just be thankful. Just be thankful. Be humble. Know your lane. And when shit's going down and you're feeling aggravated and pissed off about whatnot, then that's just some form of the devil trying to bring you down. Don't cave into it. I have chosen to walk hand in hand with the devil many times. And half of those times, it wasn't even that I was walking hand in hand with the devil as much as I was just choosing to walk with myself. And that's more than enough. All I know right now is that I want to do and be there for my kids the way that I should. And I'm slowly getting there, and I'm happy with the progress and grateful for the people that have helped me. And I haven't been drinking anything at all. And I'm at a job with a group of childhood friends. And I feel that that in itself is healing a certain part of me that needed to be looked at for a while now, especially since I've been out here. And maybe and maybe if I can find a way to be back around at my home area, maybe I can find the answer to everything there. Going back to your roots sort of thing. Because unlike Chuckles, I don't really desire to go anywhere. Well, I mean, there really ain't anywhere in particular that I've wanted to go. And even if I wanted to, I wouldn't know what to do. They say that you gotta work with what you have. Well, we all have YouTube. It's just putting in the effort. I am confident to say that I think I know the answer that would feed my creativity personally. You know what I'm saying? For me. You just gotta get up and deal with everyday life first. That's the other thing too is growing up. When I was little, Other than the fact that I wanted to save the world, I don't think I really realistically had anything that I wanted to be. You know, and I didn't graduate. I really do wish. I really do wish that I had graduated. I really do. Be thankful, y'all. And just remember, all it is be thankful for what you have. And that's all you can do.